thepascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
Speaking of these docu-series, like I talked to you guys about just a second ago, there have been some things that have been going on. It's really, really crazy, especially in this new docu-series called The Fall of Diddy. You can watch it on HBO Max right now as we speak. Both episodes, or all 4 episodes, are out. Our boy DeWitt Gilmore was in it as well. There's also YouTubers on it, like Tisa Tells, and all, like I said, there's a lot of victims, a lot of people, a lot of commentators, etc., being on it as well. But again, there is something here that I thought was interesting. And again, one of the victims, who happens to be, or who was, one of Diddy's assistants, speaks out in the docu-series, which is terrifying, just unbelievable stuff. But he said in the docu-series, okay, that he was pressured to be a part of one of Diddy's freak-offs, one of his little S parties, right? And he was like, he says something along the lines of like, Diddy went behind him, was like rubbing his shoulders like he was like his coach, okay? And basically said, I need you to get in there and prove your loyalty to me. Real talk. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said that. Allegedly. Let's not forget, this is one person saying this story. And yes, it's grody. It's nasty. Okay, but let's take a look at this article here. All right. So Diddy's former assistant claims he was pressured to have relations for his boss, not with him, but for him. Quote unquote, he said to him, prove your loyalty to me. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team denies these allegations, of course, included in the Fall of Diddy docuseries, saying that the mogul has, quote unquote, never we already know about this, the rubber stamp response to everything. They're just like, he has never done that. He has never done that. He is innocent. He is innocent. Over and over and over again, right?
This video is sponsored by Aura.
Hey, what's up, guys? So let's talk about something that's seriously affecting all of us. Data breaches. Yeah. You might not realize it, but if you're online, you're probably already at risk. Last year alone, 4 billion records were exposed in data breaches. Yeah, I didn't stutter. Billion. That's a crazy number, right? And what's even worse is that it's not just big corporations that are getting hacked. It's you, me, and everyone in between. But seriously, let's break this down. In 2023, nearly 60% of people experience some form of identity theft or fraud. And guess what? You could be next if you're not taking the right precautions. But here's the thing. Protecting yourself from all this does not have to be complicated. That's where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. Aura monitors your personal data and credit, scans the dark web for your info, and even keeps an eye on your devices for potential threats, all in real time. And get this, if your identity is stolen, Aura has a $1 million insurance policy to help you get it all back. And here's also something you probably didn't know. Data brokers are collecting and selling your personal information to advertisers and telemarketers without your consent. So yeah, that's how you end up bombarded with unwanted ads, spam calls, and even scams. But don't you worry, Aura has your back. It'll send a request on your behalf to get your info removed from these data brokers so you can take full control of your privacy and stop those annoying calls and those creepy ads. So if you're like me and want to make sure your data is locked down, definitely check out Aura. Seriously, guys, protecting your online life is a lot easier than you think. I've been using Aura for a while now, and I feel way more secure knowing that it's got my back 24/7. Plus, it's easy to set up, and you can use a free trial just to see how it works for you. So click on the link in the description box down below, or go to aura.com/thepascalshow and try it out today. Seriously, stay safe out there, and trust me, you won't regret it. Stay secure, my friends. So this is the assistant right here. So while Diddy awaits for trial, okay, for these crimes that he's looking at, and he could be there locked up for the rest of his natural life. All right. Phil Pines, his former senior executive assistant, Phil Pines, worked for him from 2019 to 2021. So very recent, is speaking out. So Pines' bombshell interview with journalist Mara Campo concluded the fall of Diddy, a new 4-part ID docuseries obtaining allegations from various people. Okay, a lot of people have been speaking out in this one. You have D Woods in there. You have, like I said, we have DeWitt in there as well, DeWitt Gilmore. You have other victims that speak out that are, all silhouetted and stuff, witnesses that have seen certain acts of violence, certain crimes, etc. It's insane. And that one, I will say, was very, very well done. I will say that. It was. Sorry, not sorry. It was very, very well done. Okay. They put in more information and it didn't seem rushed. They put the time in and they did the damn thing. All right. But so this is what Pine said. Okay. The reason I wanted to tell my story was to make sure that Diddy and people like him can't do these kinds of things to anybody else. This is what he said in the bonus interview, which aired on Tuesday. Okay. January 28th. It's hard to come here and sit down with you and talk about these situations because he was somebody that I looked up to. And I feel like that's what everybody says. Everybody's been saying that. I was a fan. You are the chosen one. You know what I mean? Like, I loved you and I looked up to you and you were the bomb, man. And then I found out who you really were and I can't talk about it. So Pine's interview was filmed in New York City only last week, according to the ID Investigation Discovery, the production company and the channel that actually put out this interview, okay, and this docu-series. It marks his first on-camera remarks since he filed his lawsuit against Diddy last month, alleging that his former employer, ordered him to supply substances and certain types of paraphernalia of the spicy kind to provide these things for him and later clean up after these particular parties that they would call Wild King Nights. Diddy's legal team addressed the filing in a statement, which we already know that they said it's not true. He hasn't done anything to no man, woman, or little, right? We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth. And Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. During the fall of Diddy,
unexpected sweat can ruin a perfect look.
Oh, yeah.
But Secret Whole Body Dry Feel Deodorant absorbs sweat without aluminum for 72-hour freshness everywhere.
The term that they used to, for these.
I know a secret girly when I see one.
Secret, no sweat.
But Pines did claim that he was instructed to provide substances, alcohol, toys, and lube like baby oil for what his boss allegedly called Wild King Nights. So, according to Pines, he would also be told to anticipate an emergency cleanup after such events, meaning that Combs had, quote unquote, destroyed the hotel room. This is what he said. This is what Pines said. That was for me probably one of the hardest things to do. When you get there and you see the wreckage. Later in the interview, Pines alleged that Combs once pressured him into having relations with a female participant at a Wild King night after he had drank some alcohol. I remember hearing the words, "Prove your loyalty to me." This is what he said. He grabbed me by my shoulders, kind of gave me like a quick massage, like a coach would give a player that's about to enter the game and handed me a prophylactic condom, pushed me to a girl that was on the couch, a guest. Pine said the woman signaled her consent before the actual encounter, which he agreed to in part to avoid potential retribution from Combs. After it was over, he, quote unquote, had a great sense of remorse, though he added that he didn't tell anyone else about the alleged activity. Now, I don't remember he doing the whole act. I could have sworn that he, like, you know, it was like a few pumps and then he's like, no, I'm not. And he walked away. But I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. That's interesting because I kind of recall the lawsuit saying that he went in there, he was like about to, and then he didn't, you know what I mean, do the full act. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I continue. I wanted to tell somebody, but there was so much at stake. I knew if I had said anything that a kind of bomb would just explode. I hid that from everybody, including my significant other, my family, other employees. Now, they reached out to Vanity Fair, reached out to Combs' legal representation for additional comment on these allegations. Following the statement has been shared. Sorry, the following statement has been shared with multiple outlets regarding the fall of Diddy. These docuseries are rushing to cash in on the media circus surrounding Mr. Combs. The producers failed to provide sufficient time or details for his representatives to address unsubstantiated claims, many from unidentified participants whose allegations lack context. By withholding this information, they made it impossible for Combs to present facts to counter these fabricated accusations. This production is clearly intended to present a one-sided and prejudicial narrative. As we've said before, Mr. Combs cannot respond to every publicity stunt or facially ridiculous claim. He has full confidence in the facts and the judicial process, where the truth will prevail. The allegations against him are pure fiction. Again, though, let's be real. He's had plenty of time to address any of these things. First and foremost, most of these people that are in this docuseries have already filed lawsuits against the diddler. He already knows about these allegations. He already knows about these allegations against that his former executive assistant put out here against him. The lawsuit's been out here. It's written in black and white. So you can miss me with the nonsense of he hasn't had time. You didn't provide him a sufficient amount of time. There ain't no time, you see. Why do I sound like Foghorn Leghorn? Okay, now you see, you see now we provided no sufficient time. Stop. You've had plenty of time. You already know about this lawsuit. It's been filed. Your team already got it. Somebody already read it for you, I'm sure. So you've got plenty of time to respond. You've had sufficient amount of time to talk about these things, to address these things. So stop. Unless you just don't remember any of it. And that is a good, strong possibility here. Okay? We asked about the allegation that producers did not give Combs reps enough time to respond to claims. And a spokesperson told Vanity Fair the fall of Diddy uses first-hand accounts, in-depth interviews, and publicly available content to tell this timely story. Again, they've had plenty of time. There's documents out the wazoo that Diddy already been known about it. Maybe Diddy doesn't know about them all, but his lawyers do. So for them to sit there and go, we don't have time, you can lose me with the nonsense. All right? That is full on BS in my personal opinion. Nikki, thank you so much. Welcome to the family. New member, all I ask, like I said, is to pay it forward. Do something nice for somebody, okay? Open the door for somebody, okay? Be positive out here. Do some dope stuff for somebody out here. Now, let me let's take a look at the actual. Let's take a look at a video. Okay. This is from the other day.
Allegations about wild parties and drug use. Eva Pilgrim is here with the story. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Michael. At this point, we've all probably heard about these infamous parties. Diddy's assistant now giving us details about what he says were called Wild King Nights.
Real quick though, I'm curious, and I gotta skip over this crap anyway because it's music. But I am kind of curious. He had labels. He had names for every single. He had names for every single type of freak off or every single type of meetings that he was having. These spicy meetings that he was having. Real talk. He was having so much hibbity dibbity that he would title those hibbity dibbities different. That's weird, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's what's interesting is that nothing's different unless it was like a theme where he's wearing a king's crown or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Wild King Nights. What kind of theme is that? It just seems weird, right? This ain't like we're talking about, the Mary Jane and there's a different strand or a different type of smoke. You feel me? This is the hibbity dibbity. So why was it called the Wild King Nights one day and called Freak Offs another day? What was different? What's the theme that would dawn the new name for that thing? You see what I'm saying? It just seems so odd, but let's continue.
Inside Diddy's world before his shocking arrest. The entertainment mogul now behind bars for federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges.
It was a circus. He did whatever he wanted. And we were just at his disposal.
Phil Pines was Diddy's senior executive assistant from 2019 to 2021. He says his then boss asked him to purchase supplies for parties dubbed Wild King Nights.
Again, this is not good. I got to cut in and out, guys. I'm sorry, but this is not good. Clearly, this is not good because this is somebody who worked very closely with Diddy. And you know for a fact, this man right here, at least during the time of his employment, knows exactly where all the bodies are buried.
We usually had a laundry list of items that included lights, alcohol, marijuana, ketamine, Molly. Those requests started to become more frequent.
Pines claims many of these parties involved younger women.
A lot of times you would have him with a younger female. And there's a power dynamic there.
How young are we talking about, baby? That's what I'd like to know. Okay. And, this also tells me that if these allegations are 100%, this shows to me that this man, the diddler, was a very, very lonely man. If you get, I know some of y'all would be like, he ain't lonely. He got booties everywhere. What are you talking about? Hold up. That to me sounds like somebody who either is deep in their addictions, which clearly he is, but also shows that this is a very, very lonely man. For him to be hiring all these people to come in, you know what I'm saying? When I say lonely, I don't mean sympathetic lonely. This is like a lonely. This is pathetic, in a way, right? Whatever he's battling with, I don't know, man. I guess he'll figure it out while he's behind bars. All right.
A more impressionable girl is easier to reel in. Consent is between the people that are engaging, and I wasn't there in these situations to understand the consent.
The new interview, part of Investigation Discovery's docuseries, The Fall of Diddy.
My job is to shield his private life from the public.
I mean, this is not like with this guy coming out, El DeBar's coming out. Can you feel the rhythm of the night? In the morning night. You know what I mean? He kind of does look like DeBarge. Doesn't he look like a little bit? Hi, baby. You know what I mean? Nobody? Nobody? Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But here's the thing, though. Like I said, this is somebody who knows this guy. This is somebody who knows this guy very closely. And now he's coming out and speaking. And of course, the lawsuit that he's filed against Diddy. This is bad. Okay? This is bad. So as much as we can sit there and go, well, maybe he didn't do any of it. No, this dude saw some stuff. He's seen it. Okay? Crazy, right? La 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Nobody? Come on. This is DeBarge. Okay? Nobody. Okay. All right. This is like his doppelganger. Kinda. You know? With lighter eyes.
From the public.
Pines even sharing audio he says is of Diddy telling Pines to bring him various substances during those Wild King nights.
Phil, I need some Cialis. Give me 20 Xanax, please. Hey, Phil, I need a plan B.
I remember hearing the words, "Prove your loyalty to me, King." He grabbed me by the shoulders, pushed me to a girl that was on the couch.
The alleged parties similar to the infamous freak-offs detailed in the federal charges against the star, where women were allegedly forced to perform sexual acts with Combs and others, often under the influence of drugs.
In the moment, it just felt like, what? Like, is this fun for him? Is this like a test?
Pines bringing a lawsuit to Combs back in December accusing him of sexual battery and harassment. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His attorneys releasing a statement saying, no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor.
Now, of course, we've heard that rubber stamp response over and over and over again, but let's be real, okay? That you have an assistant coming through and speaking out as well. And there's other assistants. There's another person that stepped forward as well and has been saying the same doggone thing. But his is worse. He was actually attacked by Diddy because he went back to go see it because Diddy was like, yo, man, I owe you some cash. So, you know, let's meet up. Met up with the guy, and then he was viciously attacked as well. Another assistant, but he wasn't really an executive assistant. He was more like a step and fetch it type of assistant. But again, he wasn't paid for the years that he was working for Diddy, and then he was attacked. That is also somebody who's out here speaking speaking through his lawsuit right now. Okay. There's a lot of people that have stepped forward that have worked very closely with this guy. And it's like I said, this is bad, very bad for the diddler. And again, the man's got a lot of explaining to do, but he's not going to explain anything. He's going to be one of those guys till his dying day. He's going to say that he's innocent on all these things. He's not going to take accountability for any of these things until there's some sort of smoking gun evidence that's exposed, like the Cassie video. That Cassie video was very telling. Doesn't matter if she was running away from a freak off. Doesn't matter if she was running away from a dispute between them two. He put his paws and his feet on that woman, threw a vase at her as well, all caught on video. That's the only moment that he ever said, oh yeah, my bad. I found God, I found sobriety, and I got therapy now. I'm just a man. I'm not perfect. But before that, he was like, I'm innocent. These people are idiots. They were trying to destroy and put a smear campaign against Cassie as well. So again, as soon as he gets exposed, that's when he's like, oh, yeah, now, see, what happened was, yeah, I was wrong on that one. That's the only time he'll say anything is if he's caught red-handed. So, of course, till his dying day, his last breath will be, and everyone will lean in forward, you know what I mean? Because the thing that is his last breath, right? He'll still say, I didn't do it. And then be gone. And everyone will be like, damn! Still saying that he's innocent.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.